All of us know this version, don't we? I think most of us. Sharaname Aaye, I will start, you complete. Sharaname Aaye. Alright. Daya karo hum. Dayalu Bhagwan. Samhalo bigari. Daya karo hum. Dayalu Bhagwan means Lord, who is very merciful. Dayalu Bhagwan. Sharaname Aaye means that, O Lord, that we, all of us here, have come under your shelter, seeking your blessings. Na hum mein bal hai, na hum mein shakti, na hum mein, only the old people know this song now. But na hum mein, you know, he says that, oh Lord, there is no strength. Na hum mein bal hai. That even if we have no strength, Lord, na hum mein shakti, even if we don't have the tejas, the divine energy, na hum mein sadhan, we don't know the proper ways of Bhagwan or the means through which we can properly worship you. We are ignorant even of those. Bhagwan, na hum mein sadhan, na hum mein bhakti, yet sometimes, oh Bhagwan, the bhakti inside of us, the devotion inside of us, even that is dry. Because of the distresses of this world, Lord, sometimes even that bhakti, that devotion inside of us is not your Bhagwan. But what we do know, Lord, Tumhari dar ke hai hum bhikhari, daya karo hum. Yes. What we do know, O Lord, that you are the Master, we are the Bhikhari. You know what is a Bhikhari? Bhikhari, of course, becomes the beggar. Beautiful bhajan that we sing now. Dada ek ram Bhikhari sare duniya, Dada ek ram Bhikhari sare duniya, Bhikhari sare duniya, Dada ek ram Bhikhari sare Duniya, Data ek Ram. One Lord, ek Ram. There is one Bhagwan. Sabko bhikhari. The entire world is a beggar. Ek Prabhu, that one Lord, is able to satisfy all of our desires. But all of us come together, my dear friends, Sari Dunya, if this whole world comes together, and that Lord seeks one desire from us, if we all come together collectively, we would not even be able to fulfill one desire of that Lord. But that one Lord, my dear friends, fulfilled the desires of this entire world. That is why he is said to be Dayalu Bhagwan. Sharan mein aaye hai hum tumhari, daya karo hum, Dayalu Bhagwan. Samhalo bigari, dasha hamari, daya karo hum, dayalu Bhagwan. And so Bhagwan says, the second verse tells us what? Jo tum ho Swami, to hum hai seva. You is Lord, I am servant. There's an old bhajan that we used to sing, right? Prabhuji, 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 sukh ka sagar hai, dukh harta sukh karta, pavan paramatma hai. Prabhuji, Prabhuji, सुख का सागर प्रभु जी सुख का सागर You are the ocean, O Lord. We dive into that ocean from time to time. So bhajan tells us very beautiful. जो तुम हो स्वामी, तो हम हैं सेवक. जो तुम पिता हो, हम हैं बालक. You are the father. We are the children or the child. तुम हैं वो बालक. जो तुम ठाकुर हो, तो हम पुजारी. Last night I told you what is the ठाकुर. Today, of course, is the Ekadasi. Those of us who glorify Bhagavan Vishnu, that is why I started when I started to see Harinam Stotra. To glorify the Lord, if you recite the name of Bhagavan Vishnu, it is said if you are fortunate to recite 1,000 names of Bhagavan, Sahasranam, fortunate are you. But if you cannot do that, there is a beautiful, beautiful prayer. Ram Ramiti, Ram Ramiti, Rame Rame, Sahasranama, Ram Nama, yes. Just chanting the name Ram is enough. Sahasranama Tulyam, Ram Nama, Varam. So Bhagavan says very beautifully, Jo tum ho Thakur Bhagavan, that you are a Thakur. But Lord, I am the worship of that Thakur. Daya karo hum, Dayalu Bhagavan. Sharan mein aaye है हम तुम्हारी दया करो दयालु भगवान तुम्हारो विजयी दशा हमारी दया करो दयालु भगवान ओ जो तुमको स्वामी तो हमने देखत जो तुम पिता हो तो हमने So Bhagavan says very beautifully, this evening, yesterday I read to you, where Bhagavan was explaining the greatness of that is called Samkhya Yoga, or the yoga of knowledge. But Arjuna in that state, my dear friends, his mind in utter confusion. Sitting there, he seeks once again the blessings at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And seeking the blessings, Bhagavan begins this evening very beautifully. Arjuna yet again begins as he narrates to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Sorry, as Bhagavan Sri Krishna narrates to Arjuna. Hari Om Tritiya Dhyaya Arjuna Jayasi Cheta Karmanaste Mato Mudhi Jnana Janardana Chakkim Karmani Dhire Mami Yojayasi Keshava Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Arjuna of course speaks to Bhagavan. Arjuna ने कहा हे जनार्दन, यदि कर्म योग से ज्ञान योग श्रेष्ठ है और आपकी यहाँ आज्ञा तो हे केशव, आप मुझे घोर हिंसात्मक कर्मात्म क्यों प्रवृत्त करता है? That O Lord, that you are telling me, O Bhagavan, and explaining to me that if you consider knowledge or that of Sankhya Yoga to be great superior, O Lord, to Karma Yoga, yoga of performance and yoga of action, then, O Bhagwan, then why do you prescribe to me? Bhagwan, Buddhir Janardhana. Bhagwan, Arjuna addresses Bhagwan as Janardhan. Ardhan means an object of prayer. The word Janardhan. Bhagwan is called Janardhan. Ardhan, of course, means an object of prayer. Jan, of course, means man. So, O Lord, he is telling Bhagwan that today, O Lord, I am as a mortal in this world, I am subjected to you. You know, Keshava, the word Keshava is used in this sloka. Niyujasi Keshava. That, O Bhagwan, Keshava, of course, means refers to Bhagwan Sri Krishna. And Niyojyasi means, why do you urge me, O Bhagwan? But Bhagwan Vedyashi explains very beautifully that the word Keshava, my dear friends, just the word Keshava. Bhishma Pitamaha used to address Bhagwan as Keshava. And he explained very beautifully to Bhagwan. He says the word, from that word Keshava, Ka, which is the first syllable, is said to represent Lord Brahma. Ka, he says, represents Brahma, the great. A represents Bhagwan Vishnu. So Ka, Brahma, A represents Bhagwan Vishnu. Isha, Kesha. That word Ish, that syllable Ish, represents Bhagwan Shivji. When he on Va, my dear friends, represents Vahu. Vahu means the body. He in whose Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva is contained. In that body, which is the embodiment of the divinity, celestial divinity, to that Lord I bow. That is why he addresses Bhagwan as Keshava. That when he calls Bhagwan Keshava, he sees the Lord as everything else in this world. So he says, oh, Piritwan, he's asking Bhagwan, he said, Lord, if you are telling me knowledge is superior than performance of action, the yoga of action, then, oh Lord, why then do you urge me into this dreadful fight? Why do you request of me to plunge myself? Hari Om Vyami Srineva Vakena Buddhim Mohayasi Vame Tadekam Vada Nishchitya Yena Sreyo Hamapnuyam Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Mata Yana Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Mata Yana Vasudeva. Ekvago Sri Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki. Babaji, welcome. Pandit Yognath, of course, I say special welcome to. Thus he says that, O great one, that having known Vyamina Srena Vakena Buddhim Mohi Sivame Tadekam Vada Nishchitya Yena Srayoham Avapniya. That, O Bhagwan, you are the cause of everything in this world. You become the object of my worship, O Lord. You become the receiver of everything that I give in this world. I am surrendering everything to you, O Bhagwan. That tell me, please bring relief to my mind. Which one of these two, O Bhagwan, should I follow? Which one of these two, if I take, O Lord, whether it be karma or jnana, will lead me to the highest abode? In other words, does one follow the pathway of knowledge and knowing the soul, my dear friends, as I was explaining last night? Or does one participate in action, take part in karma, through the act of doing, through the yoga of action, that is doing, using this physical body to actually perform and do karmas? Is that the prescribed way to attain God? This is what Arjuna is asking. Loki asmin vitvanishta pura prokta maya nadhana jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. Bhagwan then looks at Arjuna and he says to him, he says, O Arjuna, in this world, nishta pura prokta maya nadhana, there are two means which I shall explain to you. to sadhan. Sadhan, my dear friends, means by which we attain God. Just as for us in everything else, if you use a physical example, to get to Port of Spain, understand, there are many ways. You can pass through here, or you can come from the eastern way. There are many ways, but the destination remains the same. Regardless of what river that we take, the ocean, of course, remains the single destination. So he says there are two, oh great one. Jnana yogena sankhyanam. For the jnani and for those who proceed along the path of knowledge, O Arjuna, that knowledge of the absolute being, the knowledge of the self, which is called Brahma Jnana, whereby that one, that aspirant or the sadhak means the devotee, through increased tapasya and devotion and reflecting upon the soul, attains Bhagwan. He says that is one means. But there is yet another, O Arjuna, Karma Yogena Yogina. But for the others there, they proceed along the path of Karma Yoga. But O Arjuna, I have described to you that which is called Jnana Yoga, through realizing of the nature of the soul, and through using that medium to meditate upon and reflecting upon how to attain me. But O Arjuna, now I shall explain to you that which is called Karma Yoga. Hari Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He Rama Purushottam Hare Narayana Keshava Govinda Kadubhaja Gunanide Damoda Madhava. He Krishna Kamalapati Yadupati Sitapati Shripati Vaikuntari Pati Characharpati Lakshmipati Payam Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bho Keshava Madhava Hare Hare Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bho Keshava Madhava Through the path of Karma Yoga, one performs one's duty according to one's standing in society. That in addition to that order, whatever one does through the act of Karma Yoga, one gives up. Remember last night I was telling you that when we perform an action, my dear friends, never should we look forward to the rewards of such action. That is called Nishkam Karma. In other words, you do it without expecting any fruit of that action. He says, oh Arjun, renouncing that which is called the sense of ownership or the sense of I. But I, never, my dear friends. That becomes when the Abhiman, the ego, begins to come into play. That I am this, I am that, I am the other. No. Bhagavan says the Karma Yogi must never ever entertain such. This possession that I belong, this belongs to me, that belongs to me, when I do this, I will get this. No. Bhagavan says a Karma Yogi must not do such. And by practicing such, my dear friends, he says that karma, that yogi, through that yoga, that action, becomes the renouncer, or he breaks free from the attachment of this world. You know, not too long ago we were explaining to someone that what causes that attachment, my dear friends, between you and the object. The objects of this world are many, but our attachment to that object is a very beautiful verse from the Devi Bhagavad, Katyayani Mahamayi Bhavani Bhuvaneshwari. Katyayani Mahamayi Bhavani Bhuvaneshwari. Sansara Sagaram Magna Dinamam Karanidhe. That the goddess becomes the one who wields the Maya. But what is responsible for our link with the Maya? In other words, what causes us to become attached to things of this world? What causes us to feel pain? What is responsible for the pleasures that we feel? Why do we feel disappointed when we don't get something? If someone does not praise us, we figure, or we entertain the feeling that we cannot continue in life. Or we should stop right there, we should not continue to work. But Bhagavan says very beautifully, why should such? The Karma Yogi, my dear friends, maintains what is called equanimity. In this English, it says equanimity, but it means a state of mind, my dear friends, which is above those things, which is very difficult to obtain. And Bhagavan tells Arjuna, how should that be obtained? How should the person who is cast into this mortal world, having this mortal body, surrounded with everything in this world, how should he move from one point to that point, my dear friends, where he can establish himself in oneness with Bhagavan? So he says that the Karma Yogi has this. At his tool, my dear friends, is Bhakti. And all of us know the greatness of Bhakti. Whenever we do or we perform an action, my dear friends, and it has Bhakti, devotion in it, you can see. If you go to someone and they come to meet you, or they come to greet you, and that person does so with devotion, can't you recognize it? Or if they are performing some act for you, can't you recognize it? The person is truly doing it with appreciation. And or if they're just doing it, sometimes they come, and when they ask, just before I was leaving home this evening, I was trying to get you actually to start for 7, and just as I was leaving home and trying my dhoti, someone comes to see us. To see us, Pandits, my dear friends, we have no control over that one. Someone came to see me, and I am standing inside, and the person is standing outside, and we are communicating like that. And just as I completed time with dhoti, of course, I thought to myself, this is not good. If someone comes to your home, you should go and at least see the person. This is not good. And so I left it for a few moments just to see, have face-to-face an interaction with that person. But you see the bhakti, you see the devotion. And Bhagavan is saying that to do, my dear friends, is good. That is the path that is ordained by this yoga. But to do it with devotion, that, my dear friends, is different. Sometimes we observe someone as they undertake a particular activity, But sometimes you see someone working and you say, look at that person, how they do it. Don't mind how I try, I can't do it like that. But the devotion that is inside of that person's heart, my dear friends, that, my dear friends, is what gives the special touch. And that, my dear friends, you have to find for yourself. You have to search for that for yourself. That devotion has to come from within. It is not something. It has to be awakened from inside of you, my dear friends. Deep within you, you have to search and awaken that devotion. So he says, oh Arjun, that such is the yogi who follows this yoga of karma, this yoga of action. Hari Om Sri Paramatmane Namo Namaha. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyama Kanhaiya Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. All of us know that bhajan, don't we? Jai Govinda. Only Handy Baba and from here, man. Jai Govinda. Still a hand, everybody. Jai Govinda. Manmohan Muralidhar. Very good. It's from the lower relief first. Jai Govinda Manmohan Muralidhar Ghanshyam. See what I said, my dear friends? With devotion, I can't get it to you. You have to get that for yourself. And what is the easiest way? This is the easiest way to sing. It is the easiest amongst the many forms that have been prescribed. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyama Kanhaiya Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyama Kanhaiya Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyama Kanhaiya Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. Jagpalat tu Ras Ratiya Govardhan Girdhari Kitni naam tere natwar ko saamar Krishna Murari. Jagpalat tu Ras Ratiya Govardhan Girdhari Kitni naam tere natwar ko saamar Krishna Murari. Moh mukut manhar devat balihari arpit bala Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyama Kanhaiya Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyama Kanhaiya Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyama Kanhaiya Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyama Kanhaiya Muralidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nanda Kewala. एक बात बोलो श्री वृंदावन विहार सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्ता प्रकृतेर् ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं याति भूतानि निग्रह किं करिष्यति. He says, O Arjun, that I have explained to you through the yoga of action, through the yoga of doing, undertaking that one is full to one can merge into oneness with Bhagwan. And he says, Sadrisham Cheshtate Swasya, that all living beings, they follow their natural tendency to act. Doesn't the river run to the ocean for itself, my dear friends? Doesn't the river run to the ocean for itself? Doesn't the when day has come to an end, doesn't the night come for itself? My dear friends? Yes. So he says, all beings in this world, all creatures, they follow that tendency. What is that tendency, my dear friends? That tendency is hidden inside of us. Bhagavan says very beautifully that so too, that a natural tendency of a living thing is to move, is to perform action. Just as he describes us, my dear friends, our duty is to perform in this world. He tells Arjuna, he says, Arjuna, if I do not perform action for one day, this entire creation will be in difficulty. My duty is to perform, but what type of action? And he uses a very beautiful illustration. He says, if a river charts its course, my dear friends, to the ocean, and someone blocks it and diverts it, just as it changes its course and it goes towards the ocean, it still ends up at the ocean. So to a human being, if they are guided along the long path, just as the river's course can be changed to attain the ocean, so to a human being, a devotee who has lost his way in this world, a devotee who has been submerged in darkness, so too his course can be changed. That is why he says, O Arjuna, Prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. He says the soul that is knowledgeable, it is illumined. He, of course, knows that he is passing through this because of the karmas. That is like the yogis, my dear friends. The yogis have such a great development of their intellect. In other words, they are so close to Bhagavan that if something happens to them in this life, although they take the birth and they are in this life, they have that developed understanding that whatever is happening has to unfold because of the prarabdha, because of the karmas. How many of us, my dear friends? But with us, it is a little different. That understanding is sometimes, my dear friends, not with us. And we tend, remember last night I was telling you, we tend to blame others for such. So he says that knowing such a sadhak should always try to realize God. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He says a wise man acts for the sake of acting, a knowledgeable man. But how many of us, he says, act because of the feelings that we receive? In other words, our attraction to things causes us to motivate our action. Let me give you an example. If I am going to be paid, I will work. If I am not going to be paid, I am not going to work. If there is a result or something that will benefit me, I shall do. But if it has no benefit for me, I will not do it. Bhagavan is saying, the yogi, or the one who is above that, will continue to perform in spite of not being paid. So he says very beautifully that the wise man ceases to have any connection at all, any connection with the result. He does not care for the result. His natural inclination is to do. That is his natural tendency. And how does that yogi attain that position, my dear friends? Through the practice of japa, tapa. Through meditating one's mind on Bhagavan. Again and again, he uses many different examples in these. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He says, Arjuna, it is only by practicing again and again and again. In one of the verses of the Gita, it says, Abhyasa yogate kaunteya. By constant and repeated practice, by being surrounded. Many ask, why do we go to Yajna? What is the purpose of going to puja? In addition to the fact that the person invites you. In addition to the fact that you are invited, and the person attended my puja, so I had to attend the puja, the person puja. Is that why we come, my dear friends? No. Bhagavan says, when we find ourselves like this, he's telling Arjuna, O Arjuna, That when one immerses oneself in these type of environments, or these type of places, what happens? Then the sense of the attachment that is formed begins to cut. It begins to cut. Wanting for desires and wanting for connection is cut. And as a result of that cutting, the person moves closer to Bhagavan. Let me ask you a question. If you possess great love for a particular object or something that you own, would you be really willing to give it up willingly, or would you take trouble to give it up? I have an example that I can use, but I will not. If you have great love for something and someone asks you, that can I have that? And you have great love and attraction towards it, would you be willing to give it up easily? I don't think so. The boy is laughing. But if you do not have that attraction to it, you possess, but you don't have the attraction to it, would you give it up easily? Yes, you would. The deeper the attraction and the connection to the object, the more unwilling we are to release it. The more unwilling we are to release it. So Bhagavan says that, you see that, my dear friends? That is what is the cause of our pain. Because when it is taken away from us, we think life cannot exist beyond such. We believe that to be the end of everything. So he says the yogi, that person should not allow oneself to dwell to that level. And one can overcome that by chanting the name of Bhagavan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.